So we can now put a little bit of detail behind the work that's currently going on within Strand 2, which is broadly the area here. This is the area shown in this top green segment. And then we can also look then at the work that will go on in Strand 3. So in Strand 2, what the groups are working on between January 2017 and June 2017 is information which comes out of Recommendation 57 from the Successful Futures Review. And that effectively sets out the tasks that will be completed by these development groups, these area of learning and experience groups that we discussed in the last section. So what they're currently working on is a clear statement of how the area of learning promotes the four purposes. So an example would be how the area of learning for science and technology would support learners to become more ambitious and capable through their studies. A description of the scope and boundaries of the area of learning and experience, including what its central concerns are, how it is distinct from the other areas. So, for example, how language, literacy and communication would be distinct from health and well-being, or how humanities may have similarities or overlaps with areas of science and technology, and why it is important for the education of each young child and person. And then also a decision about how to present the various component subjects and or strands within the area of learning. So that will be, what will the curriculum framework actually look like? What will the document, or more importantly, I guess, the online interface, because this curriculum will be the first curriculum that will be available in its first iteration online as a sort of interactive experience for teachers in schools. So that's what's going to happen in Strand 2, and that's going to be reported back to Welsh Government for the consideration of the QA groups, the Curriculum Assessment Panel and the Independent Advisory Group, by June 2017, and all schools will have the opportunity to look at that work and to comment and feedback, so it influences the design of the curriculum. And then in Strand 3, which is effectively this larger area down here, this is the detailed development and the detailed population of the framework that's been developed in outline in Strand 2. So in here, we will see the detail in terms of different areas of learning and experience. We'll see how progression is going to be measured, and how that's going to be assessed at the different progression points, the various different achievement outcomes at the progression steps, the way in which the cross-curriculum responsibilities are going to be promoted within each of the areas of learning and experience. Also, there will be advice and guidance on particular teaching and learning strategies that might support particular areas of learning. So, for example, how the inquiry approach might support learners who are engaging with issues through the humanities. And then crucially also, and this is the point at which the assessment and the nature of assessment of learners through the area of learning is going to be assessed, and the evidence is going to actually be gathered.